Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and this, I believe, is the 29th of August as we record this, and we want to share some photos from Fayetteville, Arkansas. That is the reason we need apartment complex recycling in Fayetteville. Practically everything on the ground and in that bin could have been recycled. Also, you notice some erosion from the railroad track in that apartment complex because they took all the trees off before they built it. This is the 11th Street crossing between Hill Avenue, which is back there at the stop sign, and South Duncan, which would be behind my camera, about the same distance. And they are cleaning out, well, that's the town branch of the West Fork of the White River, and you're looking from downstream up to the site where those trucks are sitting. And that's the stream itself. You can see some debris in the bushes. But the bad stuff that was dumped there mistakenly in, I think, July 21st and removed about the 22nd or whatever it was, the 24th, 5th. Anyhow, they used a vacuum truck. Do you see that pipe those men are using down there? They're actually, there it is, sucking up that limestone base material that was mistakenly spilled into the riparian zone of the stream there, and it already, a small amount of rain we've had, it had eroded quite a bit. So these guys came out, removed it, and did a good job with that machinery. And there you can see from another angle what they're doing and the way it looked. And they finally got most of it out of there and came back, well, I think later that evening, and actually dumped some really huge rocks there to see if they would stay in place next time we have a flood. There you can see how that's undercut there where the water was hitting and washing back before they put that stuff in there. And that dark area is where you can stick your arm way up in there and still not reach anything solid. So I hope they got some of those big stones actually jammed up under the street. There's an old pipe that that water coming off that concrete there was supposed to go into, but it doesn't. Okay, this is a monarch butterfly, and it's on a thistle. We haven't seen as many monarchs as usual this year in Fayetteville, Arkansas. We're hoping we see a lot of them here soon. There's a thistle also on World Peace West Wetland Prairie with a tiger swallowtail. I've been showing you those off and on for weeks, and I'm hoping they don't disappear because they're a real joy and one of the largest butterflies we have. That one is stayed on that flower. I didn't move the camera much and got a shot with the bumblebee who lit there. If you stay on a flower that's getting a lot of attention, you can stay close and insects will keep coming back, pollinators. Well, that's going to be a spider in the next shot. You can't tell what that thing is. Now you see it's a tiny spider who's camouflaged just about the same color as that evening primrose. And he's, of course, waiting there for some prey to come that he can eat. There's another monarch butterfly. This one is on a climbing milkweed, a milk vine, Madalea baldwinania, probably is the name. There's another similar one, but I believe this is correct in this case. And you can see the heart-shaped leaves, lots of heart-shaped vine leaves, but these are a particular one that the monarch can lay its eggs on, and the caterpillars can eat that and then become form a chrysalis and come out as a butterfly in a few weeks. We hope to see it in that area, although you never know, somebody might decide to brush hog or cut or something, that stuff. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and Cindy Cope gave me some new pamphlets today, and they're all great and all about pollinators. Let's look at some pollinators and some examples of the small caterpillars. Well, first we've got the a cool black and white wasp on Verbicina virginica, that becomes an ice flower later on in the fall. That's the mayor's town hall meeting from Monday, last final Monday evening in August 2011. Nice crowd there. A lot of Ward 4 people came because it was also their meeting night. And you can see the government channel crew was there working and had recorded all the action, so you'll be able to see it if you haven't already on government channel and hear all the reports from the various city department heads. Okay, now for the good stuff, the fun stuff. These, you should be able to see at least 3 caterpillars in there. Those are the caterpillars of the black swallowtail. Well, you can definitely see 3 in there. The other one may have had 4, but some of them were tiny. Anyway, they're on a blue fennel plant. There's one up close, and you can get a hint of the color that the butterfly is going to have when it'll be a black butterfly primarily, but it'll also have some beautiful orange and other colors on it. Made a lot of pictures of those, and down toward the end here we'll show you Cindy Cope plucking a few to take to a school to show to the kids and let them have a chance to learn how to grow these beautiful things. Okay, this is in the this was newly blooming plants at World Peace Wetland Prairie, and those have a square stem. They're obviously in the mint family, a hairy stem, beautiful red flowers, and I didn't catch a pollinator checking them out yet, but they've just been in bloom. Well, we're recording this on the first day of September, so they'll be blooming for a few days, I hope, and if I can get some water over there to them, maybe they'll stay in bloom and all the buds will come out. There's Pinnacle Wet Prairie, and if you could see this in the background, there are about a dozen native species, several things, tall things in bloom, boneset, ironweed, just a whole lot of things. There's one of the really tiny ones. That is a close crop, and that I can't remember offhand what that is exactly, but if you go online, you can, on my Flickr photos, you'll probably see it, and maybe the name is on it, some of the places I've put it in there. I have to look them up every year, over and over again in some cases. These firefighters this morning on the 1st of September were putting out a small fire started by deconstruction workers at the sale barn. There's Cindy Cope. She's got a little box. She's going to take these tiny caterpillars. You can see one's on his back, and they're all hanging on little pieces of stem from the fennel plant. And she just takes them with a little bit of stem so they'll have something to keep chewing on. And there are close-ups of the pamphlets I showed you held up, and it's something I hope we can get in your hands, and you can check them. I'll have them online on World Peace Wetland Prairie blog spot and some others maybe, and that's one directed toward the people who manage highway, or not just highway, but also right-of-ways for utility companies, and so it's pretty important that they manage theirs for pollinators, and they can, because these things don't grow up into the power lines. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green, and love your pollinators.